W-H-I-T-N-E-Y. Who's that girl? It's Whitney Reynolds. Oh, she's got a show. Catch it on the weekends. Every single Saturday, right at noon. On Chicago's NBC 5.2.
Welcome to Weekends with Whitney. I'm your host, Whitney Reynolds, or should you call me Minnie Mouse. I am decked and ready for this fall fun show. I'm joined by Stacey Banta with Pumpkin Chicago. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
This is great because if you're not feeling festive at home, you're about to be. Because look at this. This is great. And believe it or not, we are like in a garage.
Yes.
Talk about Pumpkin Chicago.
Pumpkin Chicago came from the Main Event, which is the main company, which is an apparel and ticket broker.
Right next door.
Right next door. And we have a parking garage for Cubs games. And in the fall, since you're not parking cars, we thought we would bring in the country and pumpkins and fall fun.
Love it.
Everything seasonal.
Everything seasonal. And what a great space to do it in. I tell you, I look around, I see the hay bales. Now, where did some of these pumpkins come from?
All of them come from a farm in Wisconsin, just a few miles outside of Lake Geneva.
Oh, well, I love the Lake Geneva area. With the fall colors, you really can embrace it. But you can embrace it right here with the colors of the pumpkins.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this space. When people come in and they want a pumpkin, they range in price.
The orange pumpkins are 49 cents a pound, and the white pumpkins are 65 cents a pound, and they can pick whatever size pumpkin they want. If you want to carve your pumpkin here, you can carve your pumpkin here.
Wow, so y'all have utensils too?
Absolutely. We're going to have tables set up. We also have an event with Living Social, and you can go to livingsocial.com/adventures and sign up for events with them, and they're going to have pumpkin carving, cider. We're going to be playing games. It's going to be a great time.
That is so much fun. That's what I love about the fall, because I feel like the weather's changing. It's a little bit cooler, and you get to do so many fun things that you haven't been able to do since the last time.
Absolutely.
So the Living Social, is this a new thing for you guys this year?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so people actually sign up for classes, or is it an event?
It's an event. They're going to be Thursday nights and some Fridays and some Wednesdays, and you come in for an hour and a half and carve your pumpkin and have a great time.
Wow. I did a thing in Geneva, Illinois last weekend, and I had so much fun because there was a professional pumpkin carver. But it took him 2 hours. So you're not playing around when you say an hour and a half.
No.
People are going to come in, they can enjoy it. So let's talk about this venue. How long have you been here?
We've been at this venue for about 4 or 5 years. The Main Event next door has been there for about 7 years, and previously we were across the street.
Oh, wow. What a wonderful place. I love it. And then let's talk about the Main Event. You guys sell tickets.
We are a nationally licensed ticket broker, so we sell tickets. We can sell tickets to any event in Chicago, games and concerts, and theater events. And if you're traveling, we can also get you tickets, in Dallas or LA or Michigan or anywhere you want to go.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, we're going to break down that a lot more when we come back. But first of all, who is this? I forgot to introduce her. Sorry for my bad manners.
This is Sleepy Ginger, and she's actually wearing a Bears outfit that is in our apparel store, and we also have tons of clothes for people too.
Yeah, if you walk in, that's the thing. Like whenever we were looking for the main pumpkin place of Chicago, you guys popped up because it's pumpkinchicago.com.
Right.
And you can pick out anything. But then I went next door, and really you have everything. If people want to dress up as a player, they could.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
if they just want to attend a game in a jersey, they can also do that.
Or if it's cold and they need a sweatshirt, well, we're the perfect place to go.
We're going to talk more about you guys whenever we come back, and just embrace these pumpkins. I'm telling you, fall fun has officially kicked off, and we'll be right back.
This portion of Weekends with Whitney is brought to you by Nitrogen Legal PC. Legal help when you need it most. Call 312-698-8909.
Welcome back to Weekends with Whitney. I'm your host, Whitney Reynolds, also known as Minnie Mouse today. I'm just loving this. I feel like I should dress up every week on the show because it almost sends out kind of a new energy. I'm joined by Stacey Banta again with Pumpkin Chicago. Thank you for coming on and inviting us in your garage that has been transformed to a pumpkin patch.
Absolutely. It's the best urban pumpkin patch in Chicago.
I love that because in Chicago sometimes we look around, we see concrete, big buildings, but this really does give you the flair that you're kind of stepping away from the city for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Now we're seeing this wonderful design. You guys really did a fantastic job with this, but you have so many pumpkins.
Yes.
How many are coming in weekly? I mean, just tons.
We just received several hundred pumpkins today, and we have a lot of customers, so we have a wide variety of pumpkins. We even have specialty Cinderella pumpkins.
I love those.
Specialty gourds, Hubbard pumpkins, we have Jardale pumpkins. It's a whole variety. We also have pie pumpkins and recipes, which are perfect for cooking.
Oh my goodness. Now, we're going to be cooking later on in the show, but I love the talking about pumpkins, cooking with them, so there's a lot that you can do with it.
Absolutely.
Now, when the people are coming here, because you guys offer classes for carving, but when people are coming, do people save their seeds?
Well, you can reserve seats with Living Social at livingsocial.com adventures for their events, and then on the weekends with kids and families, you can come in and we're going to have tables set up.
Oh, wonderful.
And we even have families that are having their kids' birthday parties here this year.
That is, I was going to say that would be ideal,
Yeah.
and like maybe even doggy birthday parties here
Yeah.
as well. I know, he's such a trooper hanging out in the Bears jersey. So when they're carving, what happens with the seeds? Can people actually use those?
Well,
like reuse them, or do you just trash them?
Well, typically when you're carving a pumpkin, there's a lot of mess. And
Yes.
so what we can do is you can carve your entire pumpkin, we're gonna take the entire mess and we'll just take care of it for you.
Oh, perfect.
If you want to clean your seeds and
That's
take them
what
home with you.
I was
and
curious.
yeah,
I've done that, and I've
Absolutely.
done a little salt with them.
Yeah, just put them on a cookie sheet, some salt and some spices, throw them in the oven for a little bit, some olive oil, they're perfect.
I tell you, you guys did not miss a thing from the pumpkin pies now, like with recipes and talking about seeds. And then, so we talked about carving, but you guys actually have a lot of painted ones.
We do.
Who did that? Now, this is the stencil and the stencil kit, and people can pick those out whenever they're carving.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is so awesome. But what about the painting? Are you guys going to be doing that here as well?
Yeah, we have a whole set of paints and colors, and you can paint all sorts of pumpkins, and we have all sorts of designs that we got from Better Homes and Gardens and Decorative Living, so it's going to be inspiration for people to start painting, and it's a lot easier and a lot cleaner, and then you can clean the paint off and bake your pumpkin later.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I love that. And then I even think of the simplistic, pumpkins. We have young kids just with their handprint. That's adorable. Oh, you got a boo? That is perfect.
Yeah, so on these ones, you just punch out the section, the white sections, and then you can paint it.
Oh, perfect.
And if you choose to carve it later, you can carve it later. So you're guaranteed to have the perfect pumpkin.
That is awesome. And so let's talk about these classes again. Living Social. This is the first year you guys are really doing it big. Like you said, there might be bands in here some nights. There's going to be families. Pick out the pumpkin, but stay and enjoy your time here
Absolutely.
as well. But this is not just for the fall. You guys also have stuff coming up in the winter.
We do. After pumpkin season is over, we continue to sell pumpkins for Thanksgiving because that's when pumpkin pie is the best. Right before Thanksgiving, we start to bring in all of our Christmas trees, and we have Christmas trees from short Charlie Brown Christmas tree all the way to the super tall, large, full Christmas trees. And you can come pick out your tree. We're going to have ornaments. We're going to have lights. We also make wreaths. We have a wreath maker. So we make homemade
That is right up
wreaths.
my alley.
Exactly.
Yeah, to have a real wreath.
A real wreath.
Perfect.
And a lot of people live in apartments, so it's easier to bring Christmas home and the holiday home with
near Wrigley, but you also have all sorts of trains, the Metra, or not Metra, the L. Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually get off at the Red Line either at Addison stop or at Belmont. And from Belmont, you walk north. From Addison, you go a little bit west and south, and you're right here.
Well, and speaking of the Metra, people want to come in from the suburbs. I'm sure you'd welcome them too.
Oh, of course. Yes, absolutely.
Of course. Okay, so once again, you guys are located right here in Wrigleyville. But let's talk about the Main Event website. Where can people find out more about that? That's the other business that is the sister business right here.
Right. It's actually the parent company. It's themainevent.com, and you can see our listing of tickets, and you can also see all of our apparel and accessories and sports memorabilia online.
Well, and speaking of memorabilia, if they want to dress up as a sports athlete or anything like that for Halloween, this is the perfect place to come.
It's the perfect place to come.
Yeah. Well, coming up next, guys, we're going to do just that. We're going to talk about my costume and fun costumes for the whole family right after the break. We'll be right back.
This portion of Weekends with Whitney is brought to you by Nitrogen Legal PC. Legal help when you need it most. Call 312-698-8909.
Hello, welcome back to Weekends with Whitney. I'm your host, Whitney Reynolds, and now it is officially time for me to take on my character Minnie Mouse here because I am with the costume expert, Lori Lindberg from Clothes Optional. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I am glad to have you out here. You look so intimidating with your little gun. I mean, I'm a little scared. You know, no firearms allowed in the city, Missy. So let's talk about your shop. Clothes Optional is open all the time, year round, but you're a vintage shop. And so it's really cool because at this time, people can get all these unique outfits, but really customized instead of looking, I feel, sometimes when you go to other shops, like a costume shop, they come in and out just for the season. Like they're created just for probably one night. Maybe you could reuse it. I know I was one of the Grease girls. What are they called? The Pink Ladies?
Pink Ladies.
I was that in my 8th grade dance, and we wore them, and they came in the mail. They were great, but they were good for one night. But this, I really could rock this dress probably out and about again.
The 80s are definitely coming back.
Product
Yes.
of the 80s right here.
Yes.
So I'm going to bring it back and make it my mission. But I love this dress, but we were able to transform it into Mickey Mouse. But when I was trying it on, you also mentioned it can maybe be a ladybug.
A ladybug, yeah.
A lot of options, or
yes.
just going to the 8th grade dance in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah, let's throw some curls in, maybe some leg warmers with it, who
Right.
knows. Yeah, so that you have a lot of options there, but you guys do a lot of customizing for your customers around the fall time. You actually have a rack set up just with ideas with the outfits that come in.
Yes, we have a lot of people that come in and don't know what they want to be or don't have a clue. So we've actually put a rack together with labels, you know, like Minnie Mouse or, you know, Pretty in Pink or, you know, 80s.
Well, when I went in to try on this outfit, I also had a couple more choices, but we decided to keep it very Weekends with Whitney friendly. I was looking at maybe being a baton twirler, but back in the day, those girls wore some pretty short shorts.
Yes, but they also had some pretty heavy tights or nylons on. And
Okay, we couldn't have fit anything else in that outfit with me. It was,
No.
The girls back then must have been really tiny.
Yes.
Like mini sized. Yeah. So you have this store, it's open all the time, but in the fall you do Halloween costumes. How do you get the vision for these? And are they outfits that you already had in your store?
everything is already in the store. Halloween happens to be my favorite holiday.
Ooh.
And I have a really good imagination for the different costumes, and the girl that works for me also has an awesome imagination for costumes.
So y'all could really cook up anything in there, I
Yes.
feel like. You could. And how long have you been open? You're also on Clark Street. We're taping here at the main event in pumpkinchicago.com today, but it's on Clark Street, but also you're on Clark Street.
Yes.
We're just
29
staying on Clark Street today.
Yes.
29 what?
2918 North Clark Street.
2918 North Clark Street. Okay, well, we did not stop with us. Now, who are you supposed to be exactly?
I could be two different things. I could be a 40s gangster, or I could be a mob mall. Sorry.
A mob
Mall, and it's just somebody who would have been associated with a gangster, the female companion.
Or someone that didn't want anyone to know how to say what they were.
Exactly.
That's incredible. That is crazy. Well, let's welcome out our interns. Now, this is the beauty about being an intern. I absolutely love it. Here on Weekends with Whitney, we have Julian, who is just sporting his, what is he?
He's just full out 1970s.
Oh, yeah. See, that is what I love. This is the kind of stuff I did when I worked for Good Morning America back in the day. They would put me in all sorts of things, but Julian is dressed as just a 19 what?
Just 1970s full out polyester. He's pretty hip.
Oh, he's so
He'd be
hip.
really hip in the day.
I think he's still hip. No, I mean, I love that. That reminds me of like Starsky and Hutch, you know, like about to go stop the bad guys. Look at that look. He was born for this outfit.
He absolutely was.
Thank you so much, Julian. I'm telling you, I mean, no, I sent them over your way and you found him an outfit in no time as
Yes.
well. We have Mimi, one of my right-hand women, that is actually a little Indian princess. Is she an Indian princess or?
She's Pocahontas.
Pocahontas, I totally see that now. Yeah, and then you can accessorize, and that's what I love, is you have this dress, but then you're actually able to play it up, kind of like we did with the ears and the gloves. But look at her. I mean, she has a bow and arrow and everything. I wouldn't want to cross her on Clark Street.
Yeah, that dress actually, we had it on the rack as kind of a cowgirl thing, but when she put it on, I was like, oh, Pocahontas, definitely.
Pocahontas,
Yes.
I love it. And I just love the whole look. Mimi, give us a little spin because I love the accent in the back with the, now did you create that?
I did.
You did,
I
and so
made
that's
it.
where, are you able to give people more ideas whenever they come in and
Absolutely.
need accessories?
Absolutely, yeah.
And like you said, like with the accessories, like we added gloves to mine, the hat, and that just kind of made it complete. Thank you so much, Mimi. Yeah, I love our interns. They are such good sports, you know.
They are.
You dressed them up. And what else did you try to put Mimi in?
Oh gosh, Mimi, we did some 80s stuff with her. We did
All sorts
she
of
just
things.
tried on so many things.
That's what I remember. Her style.
50s, like a housewife kind of thing, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, so cute. So it just doesn't stop. What is the most popular that you're seeing a lot of people want to come in and request this year?
Well, typically it is the Mad Men theme.
Mad Men. Well, I hate to say it, but after this show, everyone's going to want to be a little Minnie Mouse.
I think so.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Lori, for coming on. Once again, tell people where you're located.
2918 North Clark Street.
Okay, thank you so much. I am actually going to hit the kitchen. I'm going to transform from Minnie to a little chef-arena. When we come back, we're going to stay on Clark Street and continue fall fun right after this break.
This portion of Weekends with Whitney is brought to you by Nitrogen Legal PC. Legal help when you need it most. Call 312-698-8909.
The fall might be here, but it's not too early to start talking holiday taping. And we want you to sit front row with Weekends with Whitney. If you recall, last year we gave away a house to a military veteran and connected a 7-year-old with his bone marrow donor. And just when you thought you saw it all, we surprised the audience with some great gifts. But this year we're doing it up again and even better. And we want you to be involved. Make sure to go to weekendswithwhitney.com, click tickets, and get your front row seat today.
Hello, welcome back to Weekends with Whitney. I'm your host, Whitney Reynolds, and we are here at Roca Accor. How are you, Chef Sabian?
Wonderful. Welcome.
Now, I was about to welcome you to my kitchen because I'm feeling very comfortable here because this is one of my favorite places. But you are actually the head honcho when it comes to sushi and everything else in this kitchen. Let's talk about what we're making right here.
Okay, we prepare a very simple sashimi plate, which is
Sushimi.
Yep, so that's what we're doing here. So you got a few selections, whatever people order, we put on the plate, which is little on the ice for the temperature control.
I love it.
And,
And your fish, I just want to stop for a second because
No worries.
you guys are very particular on your fish.
Absolutely. So we're picking the fish from different locations. Those are specialties from Japan. Just got in this morning. So
Specialties from Japan, and they just came in this morning. Absolutely amazing. So I see one of these little leaves is missing some. I'm not going to deny or confirm if I snack during the commercial break, but let's show how you chop this fine fish.
absolutely. So there's a piece of Scottish salmon. Just slices, nice, clean, clear cut.
Wow.
Just put that on the plate.
It looks so good. Now guys, if you could see this drawer behind right here, it's absolutely amazing. But the great thing about this restaurant is you really can get a front row seat right here because they have so many seats that you can just look right in on the kitchen. Yeah, so this is awesome. So your fish comes in how often?
The standard fish that came in every day from like local places. Specialty is usually like twice a week from airport. We pick it up directly from there.
Wow.
So usually Wednesday and Friday. So
Now where are you from? I hear a little bit of an accent here. Are you from Chicago?
no, I'm in Chicago only a year and a half. Original from China, traveling around Hong Kong, London, Italian, work around a little bit.
I love it.
Yep.
And last but not least, this is actually real wasabi.
It is. It's wasabi root. It's
I
very
have never
simple.
seen it like this.
Grate it. Nice, fresh and clean. Little sweeter. Just right on the plate.
Wow, well I'm actually gonna try a bite. Which one should I try?
I will go for that.
What is that one?
That's madai, the rice nubber. Oh, you
Wow. Right like this.
can, please. You like it?
So fancy. We'll come back to this. It's absolutely amazing.
More than welcome.
we are going to come over and shuffle over to the meat section. Thank you so much for showing us how to work that fish. But now we're talking to a grill master. Brett Vibert, welcome to the show.
Welcome to Roca Accor.
Yeah, this is so great because we have all this hands-on right here.
Absolutely.
That's what's, I think, fantastic is people are really having a front row seat to what is going on. So what are you making for us today?
Today we have a little Japanese A5 Wagyu. We also have a grilled sweet potato with ginger teriyaki reduction.
Oh, now this just makes me so hungry. But let's talk about your meat. This is not your average meat.
Absolutely not. Bone-in, dry-aged ribeyes, 21 days dry-aged prime beef. Japanese A5 Wagyu, first meat out of Japan in 2.5 years.
Wow, so I'm seeing a trend here. We get the fish from Japan, we also get the meat. Now, why is this meat so special? It's just one of the only places you can get that type here?
It's how it's bred, it's how it's fed, it's how it's taken care of its whole life. It's years and years of tradition.
Wow. So when people come in and they order, you make it all right here or some made in the back?
Oh, we have a hotline in the back, but anything you're ordering off the Robata grill is coming from right in front of you.
That is wonderful. So what are you making?
We have a bit of the grilled Japanese A5 Wagyu and a grilled sweet potato.
Tell us what makes your sweet potatoes so sweet.
What they do is they roast slowly over the Robata on top. We can cook them very slowly. And when we're ready to use them, we slice them, skewer them, get a nice caramelization, nice flavor off of this grill.
Wow, if you could say one thing that people should resonate with when it comes to your meats, the way they're cooked here, what would you say?
Top quality.
Top quality. That's something I'm seeing resonate throughout the whole building.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's try a piece of this meat. I would love to. Yeah. Looking good. And presentation's big, I see too.
Absolutely.
You know, I saw the way the sushimi, and that's a tongue twister, was done. But this also. Wow. And this is how you present it?
Yes, and a real cool way of presenting it, making it look very fancy.
Wow, I had no warning on that one. We have a hot coal right here.
Hot coal.
If they could see it. Yeah.
And you get a nice smell, a nice essence, a little flavor added to the steak, and a nice presentation.
Definitely. I'm going to try a bite of this as
Absolutely.
well. Looking so good. And then the sweet potatoes. Now, did they bring over some drinks? I know they have a new fall menu of drinks here.
They absolutely have a revitalized menu for
And
drinks.
it does change based on the season. So I'm sure, look at that. Call me Grace over here.
Okay, Grace.
So good. Oh, if y'all could only have smell-o-vision at home. It is so wonderful. It tastes so great. The fall lineup of cocktails are amazing. I'm just going to take a little sip, and we're going to go back over to our desserts. Looks so good. Thank you so much, Brett, for showing us exactly how your grill works here at Roca.
Thank you.
I want to make one more mention about the name that you told me about on the commercial break. It is very fall festive. Actually, it's all year.
All year.
It
fits very well into an American tradition. Is ro, meaning to gather, and ka, meaning a fire. So we gather around the fire here at Roca. That's why we have a nice big seating in front of the sushi and the Robata Pass. And it's a nice big Japanese barbecue in America.
That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Very
Okay.
welcome.
Whoa, and here it is. You brought it over to me. This
You gotta
is
have
perfect.
this Friday dessert.
I tell you, like I said earlier, the presentation's amazing. How long does it take to make something like this?
Well, couple hours. No, just kidding. It's baked and the fresh baked ice cream, the chocolate cake with the coffee ice cream, banana cake for the coconut ice cream. So it's served by order. All the ice cream made in house. So just to plate it out, maybe like 2-3 minutes, but they all a lot of work before that. You know.
Absolutely amazing. I love the presentation. The food is so tasty, and the drink menu is just to die for. So wonderful. Thank you guys for having me in.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
For more info on this restaurant, go to weekendswithwhitney.com. Make sure I know that we don't want to talk about the winter, but it is coming, and their menu is just warm, and the drink menu will change as well as the winter months come. I love how they change up in here. We'll see you right back here next Saturday and Sunday.